So last summer, I was in Brooklyn, in a bar, sipping a very fancy $12 cocktail with ginger or some shit in it. And this young woman came up to me and we started to chat. She was pretty, white, first-year law student, perfectly millennial. And, you know, I introduced myself and she said, "Your English is really good." I wanted to say, that's because my Korean language, my birthright, was stolen from me when my Oma was forced to give me up for adoption by all the men in her world, the ones who make the laws, the ones who judge others into silent shame, the husband under her roof and in her bed. I wanted to say that I know the entirety of The Little Mermaid by heart, understanding of and fascinated by her inability to fully feel like she was really comfortable in the world she grew up in. Staying in the bathtub until my skin was wrinkly, discovering my legs for the first time every night. I too yearned to be up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of your world, which would be for once a place where my family and friends actually looked like me. I wanted to say that I am terrible at Korean children's songs, all of which I learned at Korean culture camp, which is probably the weirdest thing you've never heard of. San toki toki야 어디는 타는요 그창 그디라서 어디는 타는요. I sang this with my Korean nephew many years later, and he mercilessly mocked my horribly butchered Korean. I wanted to say that I am resonating with Methodist hymns after being in a church choir for 10 years. And sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art was soon becoming my way of expression, joy, self-acceptance, and creativity. Whether it was singing, dancing, or acting. And although I am not religious, those harmonies still make up the fabric of my singing voice. I wanted to say, well, let me bring it back to the subject. Peps on the set, make you get hot, make you work up a sweat when you skip to my room, my darling. Not falling in love, but I'm falling for your shoe. But you gonna get you up, bet your bottom bottle, you were best under pressure to fit in so badly. I taped Salt and Pepper's Shoop song on my Casio radio and played it over and over again so I could rap it perfectly with Nikki Bowen and the rest of the white girls in my 5th grade class. I wanted to say, actually, my Spanish is pretty good too. I've been cast more as Puerto Ricans and Mexicans in high school and college as the token kind of brownish girl. Because there are still not enough fully fleshed out characters for Asian actors to play. And yet, I want to be in America, okay, by me in America, everything free in America, for a small fee in America, which is the only place I could call home at that time, the only place I knew, and yet it was a place that didn't always know me. I wanted to say that within me is my Oma's grief as she runs down the agency hallway to embrace me after 21 years, her cries burying themselves deep beneath my skin. Miyaga! Miyaga! Miyaga, I don't know who you are, and I cannot understand you. I thought you would bring me answers, but with your strong, sturdy, manicured hands, you only offer me more questions. I wanted wanted to say that after 27 years, I finally got cast as a Korean American, a role where I speak 6 languages, every language easy as the recipe for making Jell-O. I speak 6 languages, and I can say hello. And at least 7 more of me was in this part than any other role I've been cast in. And as Marcy's story was validated on stage, I felt like mine was too. I wanted to say, I got my undergraduate degree on Long Island, moved to London soon after, lived in Ireland for a short time after that, managed a 26-state theater tour all over America, taught English in Buenos Aires, Argentina, found myself a Scottish husband, all before I lived in Korea. British women often tell me that my English is too vulgar. People in Georgia tell me that my English is way too direct. Argentine porteños think I'm Chinese, and Koreans often get frustrated because I cannot speak fluently enough to them. This makes me too much and not enough. I wanted to say that these sounds, these stories, these songs live within me joyfully, messily, painfully, lovingly. Much like when I was visiting my Korean family over the holiday of Chuseok, they started singing the folk song Arirang in the middle of my rendition of Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I wanted to say, I am so much more than what you just reduced me to. But I didn't say any of those things. I smiled, and I sipped my bullshit cocktail, and I said, thanks, but I've probably been speaking English longer than you have.